Hey guys, Sunstreaker Wozza here. Welcome back to another Thursday live stream where, yes, as always, covering the hot topics on Transformers Earth Wars, and the big topic today is finally the release of HQ 18.3. Kind of crept up on us. We're talking a bit about that in terms of what happened in playtest, things like that. But we're going to be talking about the new upgrades, what to upgrade first, what to focus on depending on what your sort of play style is and what you sort of concentrate on, what to use your skips on, maybe to use your skips, maybe not. We're going to talk about the new prime cores as well, the new cores, the new Buildbot cores, loads in terms of HQ 18.3. That's the big focus of the stream. And then we're going to take a quick look at Cosmos as well. It's had a few little changes, so we're going to take a look at that as well. And then we're going to pull our prime cores, do a bit of a giveaway, why not? And yeah, the usual stuff. But as always, guys, don't forget that if you've got any questions, pop it in the chat. I'll catch up with it at some point, whether it's something about the stream, whether it's something about the game, whatever it might be. But stick it in the chat, and yeah, I'll do my best. But yeah, let's see who we've got in the chat today. So we've got DDEX76 who was first in the chat. Good to see you, buddy. Ricky Lau and Grind Time. We've got Andrew Stevenson. Grind Time today giveaway. And Jason Roller as well. So what I'm going to do, DDEX76, Ricky Lau, Grind Time, Andrew Stevenson, and Jason Roller. I'm going to give you guys a code. I'm going to fire you a Sunstreaker Wozza stash crystal. So hit me up after the stream, guys, on Discord, Sunstreaker Wozza, and I will give you your stash crystal. Who else have we got? We've got Lou as well, Carnage Macite. I love saying that name. We've got Tony B. How's it going? First to like the stream, even faster than Grind Time. Wow, that's pretty quick. We've got Trax, aka Penn Lancaster, one of my members as well. Good to see you as well. We've got Matt Poley in and Jason Rollers. We've got the Roly Poly brothers in. Brothers from another Cybertronian mother, as Matt Poley puts it. We've got Phil Martin as well. We've got William Wilkinson. We've got Joe Merkel. We've got Vic Ching. How's it going? My good friend Gerrit. Good to see you. Joker, one of my long-standing members. Who else have we got? Undertaker. Good to see you. Mario Zambiano. Good to see you as well. And Swoop right at the end as well, coming in. So yeah, thanks everyone for joining. Good to see you all. So yeah, let me know in the chat what you're looking forward to most about HQ 18.3. Which is, if you have to choose one upgrade, just one. If you have to choose one upgrade, what's the upgrade where you're like, that's what I'm excited about? Is it the MDS? Is it the Outpost? Is it another beam laser? Is it the new Prime cores? Is it the new Buildbot cores? Stick it in the chat. Let me know that you one thing you're looking forward to about HQ 18.3. But yeah, someone in my chat today said it's a bit weird seeing upgrade on your screen. I got to agree that, you know, it's been long overdue. It's been far too long since 18.2, and I'm glad we're getting this sort of upgrade, and I hope it sort of makes wars that bit more difficult again. RL, we all start a bit of RL, don't we? You know what's happening. I think the big news RL wise is simply that my PC parts are coming. So I've got 6 new fans. We've got some RGB RAM, 4 sticks. I've got a 140mm fan. I've got another one coming. My case has come, so I'm nearly there. So I think I need one more fan. And if I get that, then I think I'm ready to put it into the shop and get it installed. I know some people are going to go, why can't you do it yourself? It's easy. I probably could, but it'd be my first time. And what I don't want to do is, after it sort of broke last time, I was like commissioned for like, you know, a week and a half, 2 weeks. I don't want to go through that again, where I break it in some way, don't know what I've done, I have to put it in the shop, and then he has to fix it. Where at least, if I send it into the shop and go, listen, here's all the parts, you do it, and if he breaks it, he pays for it and he pays it. So I need a better idea if he does break it, what is broke rather than me. So I think this time round, I think that what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to let the guy do it, and then I think my next upgrade I'll actually do myself. I think I've done most upgrades on a PC, but never took a motherboard out. So that's the bit I'm a bit nervous about, is the motherboard itself. And taking everything back out again. It was a nightmare last time putting it in. So, but it was my first ever build, and it did take like 10 hours. So 10 hours building it, it was a nightmare. But the motherboard came with the PC. So again, we got someone else to sort of do it for me. But looking forward to that. Got a fish tank case, so it's gonna be pretty cool. I'll put some pictures in when I get it upgraded. But yeah, it's been pretty good. Let's have a look at the chat, see what everyone's saying. Mario Zambiano put, hey man, did you play the challenge mode? Hard battle. Very hard. Wonder if you can beat it. I'll give it a go. I've not had a go over it yet. I didn't even know there was one, but I'll give it a go. Joe Merkel's put, first update was Combiner Op, followed by MDS. Well, again, we'll talk a bit about that soon anyway. What's everyone else? So, Joe Merkel, sorry, said that he was looking forward to the Combiner Outpost upgrade first. Okay. Alpha Tryon, good to see you as well. Another Outpost. Yeah, I think that's one of the things I was excited for the most, is that having another Outpost, having another option for Outpost as well. Grindtime's put, the team in that challenge is terrible. That's why it's hard. So they give you, oh yeah, they give you pre-approved bots, don't they? So that'd be interesting. E-Rods didn't get a shout. Apologies, brother, I missed you. I apologise. Sorry. What else? Who else? Joe Milker's put, and the fifth op. No, you can't have both. You got to pick one. That's the rules. Tony B's put fifth outposts. Candyman, here's my $50. Yeah, we're going to talk a bit about that later as well, obviously. Tracks, aka Penny Lancaster, but interested to see how the Combiner Beacon upgrade helps. Already upgraded them and the MDS. ROFL Bozos put Liège Prime Core. Liège Prime Core was already available before, don't forget. This is not part of the new update. At Polish put, I've got my MDS ×2, my Combiner Beacon, 2 times Spider-Man, and all 13 Harvester all done already. Thanks to skip tokens. Weird to see the Buildbots working again. Yeah. Joe Merkel's got all 3 Prime Cores maxed. No, well, I've kept mine for the stream, so I've not pulled. I've pulled the tokens, but not got them yet. I tried Wozza's got a 4090 in a link. No, I haven't. I haven't. I really haven't. Really need that many fans? No, I don't. But I want that many fans because I can. Yeah. So when it's all put in, I'll have 3, 6, 7, 8 fans, and I might put a 9th in myself. Yeah. It's not a case of wanting. So I'll have 6 120s and 2 140s. I'll have, and I think I might have 140 in the back maybe as well. I'll have 6 120s and 3 140s, I think. I have a big boy 140 up top and 3 120s and 1 exhaust in the back. Yeah, I might have a 140s in exhaust. I don't know yet. Is that too much? Maybe, I don't know. Joe Merkel, happy they gave us a beam laser instead of a turret. Yeah, me too. I'm glad you enjoyed that, because that's what got me kicked out of playtest. Myron Zambiano, Cosmos seems very hard on it. Yes, bad bots on defense, but that makes it a bit fun. Stephen Gomez, thanks for being a member, and he's put, Wozza, if you had to pick one of the following bots for SA11, who would you choose? Rook, Smokescreen, Seaspray, or Sentius? Ooh, that's a good question. I'm not a big fan of Sentius, so I probably won't pick Sentius personally. It is a decent 11. I think all of them are decent 11s. Smokescreen's 11 is alright. I wouldn't say it's... I think it's a toss-up between Rook and Seaspray. Maybe Seaspray at a push. Maybe Rook. Well, they're my 2 favourite bots as well, though, so it's no coincidence. Me, Rook or Seaspray. I'd say if I had to choose... Ooh, I'd probably go Seaspray for the extra damage even, just for that. Just for that slight extra damage, because he's very, very good. He's very good at opening up bases and pathing as well. Yeah, Seaspray or Rook, definitely. I don't think many people argue with them too, but I think all of them are pretty good. I don't think you're going to, whichever one you pick. But you know what, I'd go with the one that you use the most. Whichever bot that you actually use the most, I'd go with that one, because that makes more sense that you're going to use that one. But yeah, if you use Sentius Wars, then yeah, there's nothing wrong with doing 11 for Sentius. But me personally, I use rocket and I use sea spray and smoke screen in my water tip. I don't think smoke screens is that much of a difference if you're using for the Buildbot. You can take it out with 2 hits regardless, I think, pretty much. So yeah, across these. Lots of interference. The phone static's bad. Okay, that's a bit weird. Nothing's changed, I don't know what's anything but worse than normal. Is it constant, guys? Oh yeah, I can see it on mine. Oh, no, it's gone now. Strange. Don't know. If it happens again, let me know, guys, and I'll switch to the I'll switch the headphones if I have to, and I'll sort it out. So let me know if it comes back that bad. Yeah, that was weird. Hey, maybe I fixed it, but we didn't. Got it paranoid now, looking out for it. But anyway. Wozza, any idea new 5-star batch? I imagine people will start looking for it, start asking for it. So I imagine over the next month or two. So we had one beginning of the year. It's probably about, I think we'll do 3 this year. I don't think we'll do 4. I think we'll do 3. Maybe not. Maybe we'll do 1 beginning of the year, 2 midway through sort of thing, and then 1 towards the end. Split it up that way. But I think we're probably due one, I think, after the anniversary, I think, a couple of weeks. So I think we're due in about a month or 2. Another 5-star batch, I reckon. So I think you'll start seeing the voting soon. I think that. I think. Yeah, definitely. Cool. All right, let's go into the news. So bar week going now, week Ninny Bong, week 2 of the saga, and this week it's for Cosmos or Mind Wipe. Individual event. So for 70,000 points, you can get a 5-star Cosmos or Mind Wipe. I still think 70k is really high for a 5-star version of a bot we already have. But hey, is what it is. Or you can do 36,500 points for a guaranteed 4-star. But I imagine most people have the 4-star. So imagine if you're doing 36,500 points and you're just doing it for the rest of the rewards. So the rewards are generally Spark, Frems, Combined Spark, 5-star shards, 3-star shards, 4-star shards, the general normal stuff you will see in these big events with power cores sort of glittered throughout, gold and G metals. But then obviously towards the end you'll get the 4-star bot and then the total shard, total spark crystals right up to the 5-star at 70k. So yeah, so rewards rewards sort of splitted up to 36.5k, which are all random rewards, and then this is spark and shards and G metals. After that, sort of usual layout you see for the, sort of these big events. Usual battle zones as always, and then game updates and information. So they've put Combiner Gate. It says Aerial Gate. Aerial Gate? I don't remember that. I don't remember Aerial Gate. Was it an Aerial Gate? Something Gate. I wouldn't say that I sort of coined this name, but we had it all came from Slashgate, Snarlgate, where we voted for Snarl, and I think we did vote for Snarl, I think, or did we not vote for Snarl? I can't remember now. That long ago. But we basically said we didn't vote for the bot that won it, and it was a big controversy, a big hush hush. But I don't know. But then obviously they had the Dino Gate bundle. So we called it Dino Gate because obviously it caused like a massive bit of controversy again, where they were giving like 400 crystals out for, you know, $10. I think it was, rather than 40. So they've sort of incorporated this now into the game. Every so often they do a big giveaway where they give, you know, 400 crystals for you know, $10. It's one of the best value you will get in the game, and there's not many times I will say to people like, you need to go and buy this. I say to people, buy it if you want, but honestly I would buy this in a heartbeat. I don't need the crystals, but I'm going to buy it for 400 crystals for $10. You can't not. But also I think there's two available. I think you'll be able to buy it in the web store and in the game, so you'll get two. So you can actually buy 800 Autobot crystals, and I think you can also buy the 800 Decepticon ones, so you can actually have 1,600 crystals for $40. Wow. Now, granted, some of them Decepticons be on the opposite side, but if you've got some 4-star cons, then you'll realise that you're still getting this 5-star shards from the dupes. So, more than worth it, without a doubt. So, yeah, I would definitely buy as many of them as you can, even if it's just one. Definitely worth it, especially if you're a mid-tier, low-tier player that doesn't really spend. I think that's maybe the reason to do these, sort of try and get you into spending. But great value. There's not many bundles that are this good of value. And the things in game you're looking at are the Cyber Pass, the Dino Gate or the Aerial Gate. Oh, that's why they put Aerial Gate. Okay, I get it now. I thought it meant aerial, as in the bot aerial. But anyway, trying to put Aerial Gate or Dino Gate bundles out. They're worth it. And obviously the new starter bundle. Not the one that's in the web store. People get mixed up with that. There's one that's in the web store that's not very good. But there's another one available to new players, which has a 4-star Optimus and a 4-star Megatron, I believe. That's very good. You definitely want that one. But other than that, purchase if you want. But these are very good value. HU18 Phase 3. So we're going to go through this obviously a bit later, but the main upgrades are the Ore 13 halves and storage, combine a beacon, MDS and spider mine. New buildings, we've got 1 beam laser, 2 mines and a 5th outpost. And then we've got the building cores, which is Nexus Prime, Solus Prime and Onyx Prime in terms of the new defense prime cores. Then we've got some elemental building cores, waterproof core, fireproof core and antidote core, which is anti-acid. And then they've reworked the anti-air core. I'm not too sure about this. I'm not too sure what they think here. So my understanding is that they haven't reworked the anti-air core. There's a new core for the missile launcher, I believe. But we'll talk about that later. Then we've got new battle boosts. So we've got the Mark 4s or the Smart Bomb and EMP and all the usual ones. And we've also got a Fury Surge, which is a new battle boost that they've introduced. But yeah, we're going to look at these as well. Some decent upgrades to the new one. Then we've got the Cyber Pass with the usual rewards throughout. I think it's tracks and who's the one? I'm not too sure what it is com-wise, but I know it's tracks. It looks pretty cool, actually. The red on the tracks looks pretty good. And what else? So they've obviously just shown some Cosmos stats and stuff. 5-star versus the 4-star. I love that even in the newsletter, they can't even get the picture on the actual core. Long-standing issue they need to address, really. But you've got Cosmos attack there and defense. Obviously go and check out your content creators, myself, NJ Hoist, Freezes Max Soldier, Saga schedule. We got obviously medic crystals last week. I didn't really bother with it. There wasn't much to offer, really. We've got the legacy event this week, to be determined next week. Could be anything. Then we've got the combat event, another 50k event. Then we've got the 5-star bot event. These 5-star bot events, guys, if you've not took part in one before, the 5-star is normally available at quite a low score of like 5 or 6k, maybe even a bit less. So you had to put some effort in to get it. But come on, if you're at a decent level in the game, even if you're a low level, you can get 5 or 6k. And so yeah, great event for a 5-star bot. It's usually any bot up to, apart from the latest batch, I think. So it might not include the latest batch, but it'll be every batch before that, I imagine. Then we've got the individual leaderboard the week after that. And then two to be determined events after that as well. A bit strange that the last one doesn't say endurance. Not gonna lie. So what's happening there then? Why does it not say endurance? What's going on? Who knows? But we'll have to wait and see. But like I said, with the introduction of the individual leaderboard and the individual endurance events, we'll have to wait and see and sort of see how this goes. But yeah, looking forward to the 5-star bot event regardless. Community corner, some cool drawings as always. And then there's no bug fixes as such, but the team will be back next week, I think it is, with a stream, probably going through HU 18.3. It's a bit of a week behind, but hey, we'll go through it regardless. And yeah, give you our lowdown. So let's see what the chitter chatter in the chat is all about. Let's have a look. So Pedlanka's put 400 crystals for $40. If that's the case, then that's not the same as Dino Bundle, because you can get 40 crystals for $10 right now. You can get that generally. So if you're getting 440, no. It should be 400 for 10. That's what it should be. Grind times, but yeah, everyone voted for Slash, but the 8s put Snarl in the batch. That's what it was. Yeah, that's why I said Slashgate. That's what I think it was. It was just stuck in there somewhere. Joe Merkel's put, I'll buy the bundle and keep it until a new 5-star batch comes out. That's pretty much what I will do. The same. Yeah, Tony B's got a good point. I mean, the cores and shards you get from the 400 crystals are crazy good. Yeah, even the cores. People just think about the shards that you get, you know, on the 4-star dupes, but even the cores that you get are great for upgrading your prime cores on defense or attack even. So some really, really good fodder, what Jacob would say about FIFA. It's good fodder. It's good fodder. Candyman's put, when are the weapons coming for chip shard purchase? The Cyberstore cash grab has run its course by now, surely. Who knows? Who knows? I don't even know what's going on with him, honestly. Not a clue, sadly. Darklands, looks like the anti-air will do ground attack and reduce damage now instead of only air. Because I'm being in playtest, I can't tell you exactly what's going on with that. We'll have a look at it, but yeah. I'm aware for Bowsers, but I got a 2-star power glide today. Was a sent in directly to the war team. Joe Miller's put 400 crystals for $40. Ah, right. So they have changed. So a bit of confusion here now. So yeah, but it should be 400 for 10. If it's a proper Dino Gate bundle, because it's usually 40 for 10, it's 400. It's 10 times the value. That's all it is. 10 times the normal value. So 40 for 10 is the normal value. So it should be 400 for 10. If it's not, I will have a word. But I imagine it will be. And it's been a bit of confusion, I think. I think Dale's probably put $440 sounds cheap. Which it still is cheap. But then, you know, $10, it can't be that surely. But it is. It is that good. Joe Merkel's put, I guess we'll find out tomorrow. But listen, if it does say 400 for $40, I wouldn't bother with it, really. I wouldn't bother buying it as much. It's not as good value. It's only triple value. So it's not great. Not amazing. Like it's alright, but it's not amazing. But I imagine it's 400 for 10 if it's a Dino Gate bundle. But I'll hit Dale up after the Discord and just say a bit of confusion about it. I imagine it's 400 for 10. Can you you know, just clear it up, make an announcement? But I presume he has been an announcement somewhere. I presume. Cool. Right, let's have a look at HQ 18.3 then. Cool. So as you can see there, I have obviously started my upgrades. Used a few building skips already. So, in terms of HQ 18.3, so I think that if you're a top level player, I think the first thing you need to do is look at upgrading the MDS, which I've done on both accounts. They're really hard to destroy, makes them that much harder. So I think the MDS is a easy option to upgrade. Use your building skips on the MDS. Done. Now, when it comes to the combiner beacon, you've got to ask yourself if you're going to be proactive or if you're going to be economical. So, if you're going to be proactive, like I have, I upgraded mine, but for that upgrade, it's only 7 days, where most of them are 10, 14, whatever days. So, you're not getting the value for your money for the skip, if that makes sense, because you're only getting 7 days worth. But for me, the combiner beacon was important. I play a lot of wars. Wars are important to me. So the combiner beacon was one of the most important ones. But I kind of get people saying, like, maybe don't upgrade it because you're only getting 7 days worth. If you upgrade that for a week and you can use it on something else, then brilliant. But I have used it. I think if you're a mid to low tier player, I would consider upgrading the Ore13 storage and the Harvester instead. Now, the Harvester being an upgrade only upgrades an extra, it gives you an extra 10 Ore13 a day. It's not a lot. And that was the feedback in playtest as well. We sort of said that, you know, 10 Ore13 over a day is not enough. It needs to be like 30 extra a day. For the amount of, you know, times that you use combiners for, you know, for medals and for even Zen farming sometimes, or for wars, you tend to use your combiner quite a bit. And so I think 10 extra is not a lot. And I think the reason for that, I think the apes are trying to keep it a bit low because they're trying to encourage you to use other combiners, but it ain't going to happen. You're not going to chance taking Superion or Devastator into war instead of, you know, God Neptune or Ruination. It just ain't going to happen. There are other combiners that are relative, but no one's going to sort of like force themselves to use them. They'd rather use Shanix. I think that's the problem, that everyone's using Shanix, including myself, to buy Ore13 for wars and for leveling and whatever else. So that's where everyone's Shanix are going. But I understand that the apes will just say, well, that's your choice for using the Shanix. So although I don't agree with it, I know what their sort of argument and their point of view will be, I think. But anyway, if you're a mid-tier player, I would consider doing the Ore13 Harvester and the Ore13 Storage to give you that bit of extra combiner ore, you know, for leveling and whatever else. But if you're a war, then I would definitely go with the MDS in a heartbeat. I think next up is the outpost. That's the next priority because you can put any bot in there. Now, the bot will have different stats because obviously for a maxed out level 17 outpost, you get 100% of DPS and 68% of the HP. Whereas, obviously, mine's level 6. I've spent a few coins on upgrading it rather than the skips. But mine's level 6 and it's got 33% HP but 77% DPS. So, personally, you know, it's like, you know, it's 77% to 100 in terms of DPS, or 33 to 68. So it's half the HP. So I think if you're going to put any bot in this outpost, I would put a more attacking bot in there than a HP bot. That makes sense. More of a DPS. So I did put Rook in there at first, and I thought, well, only 33% of his HP is not a lot. It's going to go quite quickly. Where if you put DPS in there, at least you're getting some, you know, some damage. At least 77% is still, you know, pretty decent rather than 33% of HP. I wouldn't put Twin Twist in there though, really, someone like that, because you want that damage. You want as much damage as possible. So I wouldn't worry too much about putting someone that decent in. But I think the 5th outpost is very important for most players. Probably my favourite upgrade. Like I said, the one that I fought for in playtest and got kicked for. So I'm glad it's here. Mines, you want to get them to level 2 as early as possible. Then you can put whatever mine cores you want. So you can put flare mines, or you can put MSM on there, motion sensing mines. So you can put those on there at level 2. So I've skipped level 1 and I've gone I've coined level 1, not skipped it, and then set them up for level 2. In terms of skips, don't be using your skips too soon, guys. So I've used 3 of my skips, and you can see there I've kept 3 behind. And the reason for that is you want to get, again, the most value for your skips. So if you're skipping, you know, something that takes 8, 10, 12 hours, there's going to be upgrades eventually that take like 2 weeks. And you've got to remember, even when, you know, phase 4 comes along, there might be a new building there. People might, listen, that building might be amazing, it might not. But if it's amazing, people are going to be racing to you know, pick that up and get upgraded. So consider saving a few of your skips, you know, just in case we need them for HQ 18.4. But like I said, I would definitely do the MDS, and then maybe use 2 more on the Ore 13 harvester and the storage if you desperately really need it and struggling for, you know, combiner ore to level. But I wouldn't go and use more than them 4. I would save the rest. Some people are sort of saying that they might skip their outpost as they go along, because obviously this is going to take a few weeks now to upgrade, and we're still going to get building skips in the cyber pass. So I imagine that, you know, by the time we're ready for skipping the outpost, we'll probably have, you know, maybe 1 or 2 more building upgrades. So you can use them at later levels, but literally I would save them for literally like level 16 and 17, or 15 and 16, that makes sense, to get to 17. But the last 2, because they're quite lengthy upgrades, so keep them behind. The spider mines take quite a long time, but there's only a few levels on them because they're quite a new defense. Mines are not that important once you've got the core on them. I'm not too sure if they're still active. I can't remember because it's that long ago now since upgraded mines. I can't remember. Someone will probably remember in the chat. But try and get them cores on them as soon as possible. Maybe coin a few defenses. I think I've spent about 2,000 coins just upgrading a few defenses here and there. Because I do take quite a bit of pride in my base and my design. Because as people know, I design my own bases. Like I see this base here, my own design. So I went through and designed it every day. So yeah, concentrate on that outpost. Maybe use a bit of coins on it. Use your skips for MDS. I think that's an easy given. Maybe the combiner beacon, maybe the Ore 13 harvester, I think. And then the rest, just sort of play it slow, play it really, and get through it. There are going to be some people out there that coin everything and smash through it. Spend like, you know, 40k coins to upgrade it all. But we'll all catch up in the end. But yeah, just keep them upgrades going, guys. Don't throw all your skips in yet at once. Try and save some for HU 18.4. You don't want to get left behind there as well, especially with the new defense. And then I'll just maybe use them here and there, like I said. We'll see how the upgrades go. In terms especially the outpost, I think that's the big one. Maybe the last 2 I'd use skips for. Keep 1 behind maybe. I get 1 in this battle pass. I've kept 2 then. And then I think that'll be me. I think I'll keep 2 after this week. And after they've done the outpost eventually and all that. And I think I'll save them for HU 18.4. We don't know what's coming yet for HU 18.4. We're not too sure. But we've been told a new building. And so, as with any sort of new building, I imagine it'll have levels like the MDS has. Will it have 1 level? Will it have 2? Will it just be 1 defense? We don't know. Like I said, we don't around the corner, but you're better to save them than not. I'm sure that maybe that's a bit weird, but maybe I'll save them and I won't even need them in the end, and it's a bit of a waste, and I could have maybe, but you know what I'm like, guys, I like to sort of be on the front foot a bit. I like to be ready for the next meta, and I think that the MDS upgrade now is the big meta. The 5th outpost is the big meta, and maybe the mines, not the spider mines, but the mines to stop sack. Other than that, I think we're waiting for HQ 18.4 and go from there. Trackspin Lanka spot. I use skips on the MDS and combiner beacon. You have to be set to rocket in PL wars. Yeah, if you're upgrading your MDSs, that's a bit of advice. If you're upgrading your MDS and not skipping them, then I would consider being made a rookie for Wars. But I think in Wars though, I don't know. I'm pretty sure in Wars though, your defenses are still active. I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to think back now. I'm pretty sure that in normal raids for resources and everything, middle raids, defenses that have been upgraded will show as upgrading and not attack. But I'm pretty sure in wars it just reverts back to the previous level. So if your MDS is level 1 and you upgrade it to level 2 in wars, it will still show as level 1 and be active. It won't be upgrading, I'm pretty sure. I'm about 90% sure on that, remember. So I don't think you need to be set to rookie, I don't think, for that. But I think that if you don't do the MDS and don't do the combiner beacon and you do other things first to upgrade, I think you should then be set as rookie because it's going to be very easy to take out the MDS. So I think if... Oh, then yeah, because you're in the same predicament, really. No, yeah, you're in the same predicament. You still got level 1. So yeah, you're probably right, actually, Tracks, yeah. If you've not skipped the MDS and the combiner beacon, then I consider putting them as rookie because they're not going to have as hard defenses. So, yeah, you're right. Darklands already maxed the new prime cores and have them equipped. Well, we'll talk a bit about that in a minute as well. Joseph Torillo, how's it going? Mercenary Terror as well, good to see you. Darklands has put if 18.4 is about 6 months away, you should have 3 additional skips by then. Yeah, we should. So I'm planning, like I said, on having about 1 left over. So I'll have 4 skips, which is about right. I want to keep that. And then if there's one building, that is it, then I can use all 4 basically. But then you got to think, do you keep for HU19 maybe? You know, we don't know how long that will be. That might be a year afterwards. If you're thinking way ahead, you know, you want as many skips as possible. So, you know. Yeah. Well, Tony Beats to confirm that yeah, the builders will be active in wars while being upgraded. So yeah, cool. Cool. Okay, let's have a look at the new course. Tracks us put. See what one prime are doing with their bases. What are they doing? Putting no upgraded bases at the back, upgraded defenses. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not locked. Cool. Okay. So let's take a look at the new defensive prime cores. So first off the bat, we have Onyx Prime. Now, those that remember, quite a while back, we actually tested this in... I'm going to say about... I think it was the launch of HQ18, maybe, or the launch of the Prime cores. It might have been Phase 1, Phase 2, when they brought out the Prime cores, the second lot, maybe. Not too sure when, but... we tested this. I think it was just before Roadbuster came out, so Roadbuster wasn't available. So we didn't have many bots that could one-shot an MDS back then. I think SG Jetfire was available, but that's about it. And we had a lot of problems taking this out. It was taking 2 shots, taking a lot of points. And don't forget also as well, at this point, HU80 has been dropped. People were trying to level their bots to catch up. It was quite difficult for people because it was quite a big step actually in difficulty. Not as big as previous HQ, but was still a considerable step. And so we sort of said, listen, this needs to be benched. This is far too powerful. But with the release of Roadbuster, it's made it super easy to take this out. And so the big question we've got to ask is, you know, what defense do you put it on? Do you put it on the MDS, make it really difficult to take out? Do you put it on maybe just a beam laser or something, but then you lose the Cybertron charge? So there's a lot of things that you could put it on basically, but I think it's very good on the MDS. But the problem you've got is there's a lot of cores that are good on the MDS. You know, you've got the Megatronus core, you've got the Vector Pro Prime core, you've got the Onyx core as well. So all very good cores. but you've only got two. You've only got two MDS. So you've got to kind of make a choice on what you want to put it on. And I like that. I like the idea that you can't put it everywhere. And like I said, you can put Annex pretty much anywhere, but you want to put it on a building that makes it difficult to be taken out and destroy. A core does a lot of damage, but that is sadly the MDS. But we're going to be looking a bit about that shortly. We're going to go through it and give it a bit of a testing on the MDS and show you why it's good on the MDS, things like that. Next up, we've got Solus, and as you can see, the Solus core is level 1 on my test account, because I tested the Solus core back when this was released, and it's had no changes since. So every 10 seconds, a turret is spawned with 20% of this building's health and damage. 20% is nothing. It's nothing at all. I honestly think that, I mean, even if you upgrade this, I'll show you. So as you can see there, even at max level, it drops a turret that has 39% of the health and 39% of the damage. Now, when you consider 39%, you're probably talking HQ 14 defense, HQ 17. You're not going to notice that much. It's not going to do any extra damage. It's non-targetable, so you can't really kill it. So it's not going to do much. I would go as far as say this is the worst prime core of the lot. And I'm quite disappointed that they haven't buffed it, really. Because when we tested it the first time round, we said Onyx was overpowered, absolutely crazy, absolute madness. So good. But then when we tried Solus, we said it was awful. It was absolute trash. And they haven't done much, really, to try and bring that relevant. And so my advice right now is, honestly, if you actually pull the Solus prime core, I wouldn't use it. I'd leave it at level 1. There's not many cores out there that are worse. No matter what defense you put it on, there's a better core than the Solus core. Launchers, guided missiles, turrets, the ricochets, cannons, the oh god, high velocity. So there's a lot of cores better than Solus for every single defense. So I would literally just stick it at level 1. Leave it on the bench. I imagine they will buff it at some point, because when you've got your playtesters saying disappointed with it, you've got your content creators saying don't even touch it, don't even level it, then they're also going to take note of that and go, we need to do something with this and improve it. So it's not a wasted pull if you get it, but I wouldn't be equipping it right now. I'd be keeping it in the back. And then lastly, we've got the Nexus core. Now the problem with this is that what they've done is it is that it's on test account. I'm not too sure what it's like in the actual game, but they've not changed the description. So it's still the same description that you have on the bot one. And as you can see, it's still got the bot emblem rather than the square defensive core emblem. But if we have a quick look at the newsletter again to what it does. So Nexus Prime Core, so the equipped building deals, let's say we're at max. Let's just presume we're going to max it out. So the equipped building deals 50% additional damage to your opponent's combiner. So you want this on a defense that's going to do a lot of damage to a combiner. So again, straight away you sort of start to think, I'd put on the MDS. MDS are a bit of a combiner killer. But you can't put every core on MDS, you have to pick. Your Outpost Combiner will deal 50% additional damage. That's a lot. But again, when you talk about, I would say Skyrim were really good with Nexus on defense because of the 4-star ability is quite a bit of damage. If you're using Computron or Lao Kaiser, maybe not, because it's more about the hack. Yeah, they do damage afterwards, but the hack doesn't do damage as much. So I maybe wouldn't bother really with Nexus as much, or as much focus on it. I think you'll see more of a buff from, like I said, from Skyrain and forgot the one. Skyrain and let's say Megatronus, not Megatronus. Galvatronus. You'll see more, like I said, from Skyrain and Galvatronus than you will from the other ones. But I think God Neptune and Ruination, you'll see a good upgrade. But you're not going to show them on defense. You're not going to put them in defense, are you? Come on. You ain't going to put them on defense because it's so good on attack. So I think that if you are with this Nexus core, I think that putting Skyrain might be a bit more beneficial with this. And 50% damage reduction for as long as the equipped building lives. So that's why it's probably not a good thing to put an MDS. So we have this sort of predicament there where we want an MDS because we want to have it doing extra damage to the combiner. But if people are going to take out the MDS, which most people do from the start as much as they can, then you don't want to put it on the MDS because then it's taken out and the next core is not relevant anymore. So what I would advise is, if you are going to put it on the MDS, have a layout where the MDS is at the back of the map, where people are not going to take it out from the launch pad. So quite front heavy in terms of damage to force people to drop their combiner with the MDS as far back as you can. Not like back of the map, but quite high so it can't be taken out from the launch pad, and then you can sort of take advantage of that MDS doing the extra damage. If you've got your MDS quite far forward on your base, I would consider putting this on a different defense, maybe even putting it behind the HQ even, just to keep it alive. But a decent core, like we said. And then the Onyx Prime, so it boosts attack damage and reduces damage taken by 30% whilst below 40% health. And like I said, when we had this core, it was very, very good. To the point where we were like, this is too OP, but Robust has changed that. But you can only use Robuster so much. You can't use Robuster to take everything out. I think Robuster is a kind of a must for Onyx core. But you can't take out that and both MDS, really. It's going to get really expensive. So that's where you've got to start maybe changing your team makeup and putting another substitute for Robuster in, but not instead of Robuster, but as well as Robuster. But who do you take out? And that's obviously always the challenge. There was talk in playtest of adding a 9th bot. I don't think that's a good move. Everything's balanced around having 8 bots. The game's sort of balanced around it. Don't make it too easy. And I like the fact that sometimes you've got to swap your team out and go, you know what, I'm going to put this bot in there. I thought about, like I said, I thought about SG Jetfire. He's not been in my team for a long time. It took about a year or two. I thought about Prowl. I thought Prowl might be a good option if he's got enough damage on him. Something to test. But, you know, these sort of things, you know, are good for the game. You know, where we sort of keep our lineups fresh. I've always said this should be freshening our lineups constantly. And with these regular upgrades, which were a promise but not really got, it can freshen our team up and freshen the game up a bit. So let's take a look at the Onyx core and sort of how it sort of works out. So you can see there we upgrade the MDS. Bit disappointed that it's still the same color, but hey, can't have it all our own way. We've got no core in it, so what we're going to do is we're just going to try and take it out from the launch pad as you would do normally. Quick brew. Okay, so first test, all we're going to do, SG Jetfire, set up, you know, no different than I would do normally. I'm going to take out the MDS. Now don't forget, obviously, SG Jetfire doesn't just one-shot it, it sort of hits it in 3 hits, you can see there. 1, 2, 3, there we go. And then he comes back to the start. But he does take out the MDS. Oh, Jack Prowler, by mistake. No problem there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to equip the new Onyx core. Now what happens with this is because SG Jetfire hits it in 3 hits. The first hit takes about 30% health off, something around there. Second hit, another 30%, which leaves it at below 40%. So the third hit from SG Jetfire actually does less damage against the MDS because of the core. So as we see here, look, same again. So as we zoom in, we've got 1 hit, 2 hit, but you can see now Onyx kicks in, and you can see there that now it doesn't kill the MDS. And as always, what do? We put the MDS next to the Micronus core, and what happens? The MDS gets re-healed back up again. So you need a bot that can one-shot that MDS. Now, granted, SG Jetfire, level 10, 20, it ain't going to happen. He might get ability 11, which will take him over the edge, and he'll be able to kill the Onyx core. Maybe it's a good idea. But as we sort of said earlier, we need to start looking at different options. So, if you've got Vector on the MDS, then obviously you can't one-shot it. You kind of can, but you can't one-shot it because all of a sudden it just comes back alive again. You got the Onyx core, you can take it out with Roadbuster, no problem. But if you take it out with Roadbuster, then how are you going to take out the Shock Tower when you have things like, you know, the Liege Maximal core, you know, the highest HP building in the game? Well, it was also the MDS game. So now we've got to take that out. We've got to take that out. We've got to take that out. And we need to do all 3 with Roadbuster, maybe. So the big question, like I said, is trying to use SG Jetfire. Do we use SG Jetfire for the Liege Maximal core on the Shock Tower? Do we use Roadbuster for the MDS? Will the Micronus core leave a slither of health if we try and use SG Jetfire? Do we need a boost to take it out? So again, we're sort of in a predicament of having to use different combos, different techniques. But I never had SG Jetfire in my team. I was happy using Brainstorm, using SG, and using Roadbuster. But now with so many different cores, will we see people then all of a sudden, like I have in my base, pulling these cores out from the shield gen to stop us from using a combo? And so you've got to use multiple one-shots to take these out. I just think it's going to create a good change of meta, and I'm all for it, a change of meta. I love it when they do. So it's going to be interesting to see what sort of people sort of come up with to take out these Onyx cores. But I think that if we're going to see this sort of normal layout of MDS and 2 cores, something like that, with the Age, Micronus, and the 2 MDS, I think Brainstorm is going to make pretty much short work out of that, especially with a boost. And I think that we'll start seeing people go away from this as much, especially moving the MDS out or moving the Shock Towers out, and maybe just having 2 of those defenses in close proximity with Micronus close by, but maybe not in with the shield gen, so you can't hit it all at once. Maybe going to be interesting, like I said, to see what people come up with. Next up, so we have the new anti-air core. So you can see here we've got anti-air guided missiles. So it has 40% extra attack range with no blind spot. Not too sure what the blind spot bit means, but I think it just means it can cover the whole base. 46% extra damage to airborne targets and minus 22 ground targets. So we'll put this on the launcher. And I think the first thing that you'll notice is the range. Wow. It literally covers the whole of the map. Just one. But we need to know how effective is it. So let's have a look. So we're going to use Brainstorm. I use Brainstorm, so I thought it was a good option to use. We're just going to fly Brainstorm over onto that sort of shield gen cluster and see what happens. So you see there, look, the missiles go to him. And you see there that he's lost about a quarter of his health. Not very good. But at the minute, it is bugged. As you can see, it's still doing the same amount of damage to air targets. It's absolutely nailing them from range. Doing an incredible amount of damage. And so, if you pull this core right now, then it's pretty OP. It's going to really nail airbots. But I presume that's going to be fixed quite soon. But we did tell them this in test. We told them this was happening. And it got released anyway. But the apes have said that they're not going to be available in our current chipset. These cores will be released separately in bundles for those that want to pay to obtain them. Do you agree with that? Do you not? I mean, it got some pushback from the playtesters. A couple of playtesters thought it was a good idea. Quite a bit of a pushback in the chats. And I kind of get the point that, you know, they bring out new content. And because everyone's been hoarding chips, everyone's going to get all the new cores for free pretty much. But I also understand that they need to make money out of this because they've put some money into it to make it. So I kind of get it. But, you know, as long as they're available in chips eventually, I'm not too bothered. And as long as it's not too long. So if, say, in 6 weeks' time, they go, right, now they're available in all chips. But those for the next 6 weeks can go and obtain that and have it on their base, you know, leveled up and using it, then I'm kind of not bothered, in honest with you. I kind of get that. But if you do obtain this sort of core right now, then it's pretty OP. So if they're not going to fix it, I'd consider going and spend a bit of money, especially with a top player, spend a bit of money in chasing this core in the meantime. It's going to cause absolute chaos, I think, until fixed. Then when they fix it, you can't really complain. But yeah, looking pretty good. But like I said, only a quarter damage for the air core. That's been balanced already. So then we've got to ask, do we sort of equip 4 of these cores on a base? Or 3 launchers. But I have primer on one of mine. So then do I move primer somewhere else? So we've got to start moving our cores around. But it is a very good core, I think, against anti-air targets. But very focused around a certain attack style. And also with SG Jetfire, you have the hollows, so it sort of attracts them instead. So won't do much against SG Jetfire. So the meta bots of, you know, Slingshot and Brainstorm, bots like that, then yeah, I think it'd be a decent counter for. But I still don't think it's quite there. I think it still needs to be more powerful against airbots to the point where you really don't want to use them, because losing just the 8 for the health and then rehealing again with a healer is not going to do much really when you're losing the 20% to all the targets. Where if that was double what it is now and you came back with a quarter health from just one of those, you might consider putting 2 or 3 on your base to absolutely smash air class bots. But as it is right now, it's not quite there when it's fixed. Won't be quite in the meta, not too sure. Not to think. The jury's out. The jury's out. Then we've got the new Buildbot cores. So looking at the new cores, so let's have a look. Let's change this over here. So first off, we've got the Antidote Zone. So the Antidote Zone protects nearby buildings from acid effect and blocks 56% of acid damage. Area effect increased by 294%, and the Buildbot is immune to acid damage. Next up, we've got the Fireproof Dome, so that protects nearby buildings from 56% of fire damage. Area effect increased by 294%, and the Buildbot is immune to fire damage. So remember, we actually had this in testing quite a while ago and reviewed it. It's not changed much. I think back then, yeah, I think it was just fire actually. Yeah, I thought it might be fire and acid, but I think this is. I think it's just fire now. But yeah. And then lastly, we have the Waterproof Dome. So protects nearby buildings from 56% of water damage and makes them negate the water effect. Area effect increased by 294%, and the Buildbot is immune to water damage. So I do like the idea of this elemental thing. I did say that at the start. And it's pretty obvious that the Waterproof Dome is focused around Ruination God Neptune and reducing their effectiveness. It's pretty obvious the likes of the acid effect in terms of nightstick and fracas, in terms of skids, even slingshot. Some really good meta bots. So I think that's the focus for those. Fireproof dome core. I think again a bit of slingshot and maybe Optimus. I think. Outside of that, not many meta bots. I think really that can be sort of considered. But let's have a look at them on the battlefield. Excuse me. So we've got, So we've got a fireproof dome, so you can see there, area of effect. If you compare that to the FFD, so you can see there, fireproof dome goes to the edge of the runway, and the FFD does that bit extra by doing 404%. So the FFD range is still quite incredible. So let's give it a test. Let's drop slingshot and let's try and take this Buildbot out. Obviously it's acid, but you hit it with fire. And you can see there, because it's fireproof dome, it's not destroyed the Buildbot. Buildbot survives. So in terms of the fireproof dome, I just don't see many bots that you're gonna counter with it. There's not many meta bots that are that important. You use slingshot to take out the FFDs or take out Buildbots. So if you put the fireproof dome core on a Buildbot, let's just go extreme. Let's just say you replace all FFD with fireproof dome cores. Then you're not gonna then need to take that out anymore with slingshot. You can use a different bot because you use slingshot to take out the FFDs. That makes sense. So again, what you can do is though, you can put slingshot's core next to a anti-heal core. And let's try and protect the anti-heal core from slingshot. So we drop slingshot, and like I said, we're going to try and hit the second core. There we go. So that's protected from reduced fire damage. And there we go. So that's actually done a pretty decent job of protecting the other cores. But the problem with these cores again is that by adding all these cores in, you're slowly weakening the Buildbot effectiveness. Because I think when we had the cores we had before this release, just the FFD, anti-hack, anti-stun, anti-heal, and healing Buildbot, there was just enough to make it a choice. There was probably maybe one more than what was needed. If that makes sense. But it made it just about balanced. That everyone had a bit different. Most people have FFDs, granted, because there's so many bots that are massively overpowered that require some kind of shield. But then outside of that, some had 2 FFDs, 2 anti-heal, some had 4 FFDs, someone had 2 FFDs and they had 2 anti-electric cores for sea spray. But you saw a lot of variation. Whereas I think with these elemental cores, once you put an anti-fire in there, losing an FFD or losing an anti-heal or losing that anti-electric, anti-stun cores is a big deal for the fire core. And with the fire cores not having the range of the FFD, it's still a decent range, then I don't think it'll be that effective. Next up, let's have a look at the waterproof dome. Now, this has been made to counter ruination, right? Okay, let's see how good it is at doing that. So we drop Ruination. So looking at his abilities. So this one, send the shockwave that deals 5,808. Send a shockwave that deals 5,800 damage to the target in a line. There's nowhere there that mentions water at all. So it's not a water ability. So we can use Ruination. Let's take out the Buildbot. Done. But let's just say that because the Buildbot's out of the way, we don't really want to use that ability over there. We want to get that ability over the defenses. So you could say, what's a bit unrealistic, Wozza? You're putting us in an unrealistic situation there. So let's make it a realistic situation. When we sort of rush Ruination in, we don't want to rush him into the middle and get killed, especially with FFD around, because it destroys his shield. So we want to run him out of the way. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. So this, yeah, we're going to use God Sting. We're going to charge the Buildbot. Keep him over here. Buildbot down. So we've literally killed the Buildbot just by using Ruination to kill the Buildbot. So the Buildbot that has a counter for Ruination, it counts as one of his abilities. That's it. Which is the large wave. It doesn't reduce anything else down. They can still be killed by it. So I know what people are going to say. People are going to say, yeah, but again, it's a bit of an unrealistic situation that was, because you've only got one Buildbot. I would have 2 or 3. And my reply for that would be, so you're going to run less FFDs? Are you going to run 2 FFDs and 3 anti-water cores? But then you leave yourself open to Sea Spray very easily. Using Slingshot very easily. Skids ×2. Take a big cluster out. Leaving yourself open to everything else. So I think with these Buildbot cores, no matter what combination you kind of use, you leave yourself wide open. And I know people are then going to say as well, yeah, but you say it's all about choice, Wozza. It is, but you can have too much choice sometimes, to the point where it's watered down the pool. If you have 5 Buildbots, but you need 7 cores to protect your base, you can't do that. And there's so many things that are massively overpowered. When you look at pipes, and you look at Ruination, and you look at tracks, and you look at Hot Rod, you can't protect against them all. You need FFD there. You need the anti-water cores. Okay, but then you leave yourself open to Sea Spray, massive layer, 6 gun, easily. A lot of very, very meta bots. And so with the release of these cores, I just think it's a step too far. Now, before these were sort of brought out, I said that these elemental cores should be a second core on defense. And I feel like these should have been saved for HQ 18.4 maybe, and released, and you should be able to attach these to defenses. Can you imagine if I made my base and I attached anti-water cores to all my defenses? All of them. That would maybe make you guess twice or think twice about using Ruination. What if I put anti-acid cores on all my defenses, and all of a sudden Slingshot not going to do as much damage, Skids isn't, and Fracas and Nightstick are going to do less damage against the base as well, and maybe slow you down in a time trap? What if I chose certain defenses to have anti-water cores, certain defenses to have anti-acid cores, certain defenses to have anti-fire cores? I think that would be a lot more focused around choice and preventing certain attack styles, having a second core for the defense. But sadly, because this is already released into the game, it's too late for that now. We've already set a precedent. And I think that now with these elemental cores, all we're going to see is more of them. On Buildbots, I think it's just, again, it's already too much. And it's going to go a step even further again, I think. We need to stop the Buildbot cores now. We've got too many already. We need to start thinking outside the box. And I've said this a few times and criticised Space Ape for not I was thinking outside the box. And this is a prime example of that, where they've just gone, we need this, which I kind of get. We need these counters, especially the anti-water core, but it's not been really thought out. It's been rushed. And some of these cores were not even released into playtests. That's the madness of it. Some of these cores were released and playtests were like, oh, it's coming this Thursday. Oh, right, that's in like 2 or 3 days. Can we get them to test them? And they'll give it out, but they're already done. They're like, oh, it's going out anyway. And we've seen this a few times that the problem is that these cores go out into the public and they cause issues because they've not been play tested. I know someone's going to say in the chat as well, Wozza, you've not shown us the acid core yet. Because when you equip the acid core, right now, let's see what happens. So let's put the anti-acid core on a Buildbot. Let's move it over here. We wanted it. Okay. So now I'm going to test this new anti-acid core. Let's have a go. Let's see if this does the same again. Let's have a go. Something went wrong. Every time you equip the new anti-acid core and try and attack a base, this is what you get. So that's why we can't test the new anti-acid core, and I can't even tell you what it really even does right now, because that's what happens. It just crashes. So, but again, I'm sure these things would have been picked up by playtest if it would have been tested by playtest. Sad as it is, but I'm kind of glad these new cores are not available in chips, because you'd have people having this content, equipping it, wasting resources to find out that, you know, and it took me a while to figure out what was going on. I equipped all the cores and I thought, the game keeps crashing, what is it? And I unequipped each core and tried different things. Was it a certain bot in the lineup? And I had to go through all these sort of things today. Spent a good hour of my time trying to find out what it was, and obviously narrowed it down to the anti-acid core. So I'm kind of glad these cores are not available yet, because people's games have been crashing and it would have been, you know, in a bit of a hissy fit, really, about these things. But I'm not convinced about the cores yet. Like I said, too watered down. Not convinced about the elemental cores at all. I like the new prime cores, apart from Solus. Pretty crud. Don't bother with Solus at all. I like the new base upgrades. That's alright. That's decent. I like the new anti-air core. That's good. Someone mentioned that the anti-air turrets have been buffed. I've not seen anything. Maybe they have, but it's unnoticeable. I did it in test and I thought I can't see any change at all. I think the only change really is that they do damage to ground targets and air targets rather than just air now, which is a good move. More for that. But anti-air needs to be anti-air. And just to show you a good point. Oh, hang on. Before we go in, eh? Before we get kicked out again. Oh yeah, someone says I've got something on the screen, but yeah, I have, yeah. Oh, it's my mic. My microphone. So, Mike, look, sorry guys. There you go, look. Microphone. It's got all the background out apart from the mic. What, like, is that better? Is you a bit closer, baby? Is that better? No. It's gone now anyway. Hey. God knows. Okay, anyway, back to this. So let's try Brainstorm. We've got the 2 anti-air cores, like I said, there and there. We're going to fly Brainstorm over it. We've got the anti-air there. This should absolutely nail Brainstorm now. Agreed? Not really. That's 2 anti-air cores and the new anti-air core against Brainstorm. And it's a quarter of his health, and he still managed to use his ability. And the healer was healing back again. So, anti-air is a bit of a failure. But, yeah. What do you like about the new HU18 upgrades? Let me know in the chat after you sort of seeing, you know, what's what. You know, which core are you most disappointed in? Which core was you looking forward to? Maybe going, well, I was looking forward to that, but after Wozza sort of run it down, I'm not really looking forward to that, actually. Do you agree with the cores being paid to win at the start and being available afterwards to everyone else in old chips? A bit like, you know, the bots that get released in combats. That's their sort of stance on where they're going with it now. Do you agree with that or not? Let me know in the chat, guys. And yeah, let's see what HU18 brings. Some more information on it over the next few weeks. Some meta changes, hopefully. And I'm sure some clever people, cleverer than myself, work out some clever ways to take out these things and deal with these new meta changes. So we'll have to wait and see. Be good. About that, but you got someone chewing the crumb. It's not a crumb, it's a mic. See what everyone's put in the chat. So Trackspin Lancaster support, I think Nexus is garbage and a waste the way it reads. Will be a priority target. Maybe. Carnage Mac, alright, but what do you think, guys? Will these defense upgrades make Trigger Happy 6 going out of the meta completely? I don't think many people put the anti-fire core because there's not a lot of fire bots. I don't think. Gareth Nort uses armor on the MDS. Well, I think robots will still kill it with him with the armor, so there's no point really. Philip Martins put the next quality of life upgrade the Napes need to do when upgrading cores automatically use energy on the spark from your inventory. Yes, fair point. That thing saying use coins. Excuse me. That thing flashing up saying use coins was ridiculous. You know, use 8,000 coins for some energy on something. Stupid. Trackspin Lancaster put Blue Streak. Bam, Micronus defense. Bam, Shield Gen. Bam, Onyx defense. Yeah, but listen, if you find out ways of doing that, no problem at all. But can Blue Streak take it out? I think he can with 3 uses. Micronus defense? No, he can't take the Micronus defense out first hit. He doesn't do enough damage to take out first hit, so he has to take something else out first, I think. I don't think then he'd take the Micronus defense out even second hit. It's after a third hit, fourth hit, fifth hit. 5 uses of Blue Streak just seems excessive. Berserk's put MDS still too much focus. It needs a weakness. Take at least 1 invulnerability off it. Missing variety for stunt and hack approach. Maybe, but they're very rigid on that. Zombie Arnold's put it comes to chips. Who cares? Fair enough. Berserks, I'll support the problem with these cores is the immunity to the damage type. If you get stuck with a bot firing on it, you're there forever. It makes no sense. Yeah, fair point. Yeah. I tried to have another Buildbot that's immune to that damage, and I can't think of one to be fair. FFD's not, is it? So FFD, anti-heal, anti-stun. The stun core. Yeah, I think that was yeah, I think the stun core was immune and they changed it, I'm pretty sure. I think they changed it to resistant, didn't they, rather than immune. Let's see, let's make sure I'm not talking nonsense. But yeah, I could swear they changed it. No Buildbot immune to electrical damage, yeah. But I think the point is, yeah, they did change it, but they kept immunity to electrical damage. But there's not a lot of bots with combats that do electrical damage. A lot of the combats do acid and fire, and so if that bot gets just hit, stuck hitting that one Buildbot, then yeah. But then you could argue just don't have one bot hitting a Buildbot. Tracks Lancaster spot making the BB immune completely is crazy. It opens up bases to cloaks. Will Slash be seen in PL? Will Drift be relevant? Who knows? Drift might be needed to rush and take out a Buildbot. Maybe. Dark answers, but does any bot do water damage? Yeah, well, Ruination. God, Neptune, sadly. Can't Mac out right, but water down the pool. Yeah, nice pun. I didn't click on that. Well, thanks. Joe Merkel's, but I'm digging the new anti-air turret core now. I don't know. when it's bugged, then yeah. Dark answers, but what if the elemental cores went on mines? I wouldn't get rid of the cores on mines. You need the flare and the MSMs. We'll talk of putting it on resource buildings even, and putting it in an area, doing that. So incorporating resource building into your base. And I think that was a good idea even. I think that'll be alright. It's not on Buildbots. It's just one step too far, really. Oh, Mario's just put is just confirmed that there was the down-gate bundles or the aerial gate bundles are going to be $9.99, so $10. So yeah, good, cool. Okay, right. Let's have a look at Cosmos because it's had a few changes. So we've got Cosmos there, and you can see that he's got an EO core by EO core. That's mad. Why have you got an EO core on Wozza? But they've actually buffed him a bit further. And so now activate air attack mode for 20 seconds. 50% damage, increasing by additional 5% per use. And fire up to 25 discs that deal approximately 405 damage each. So if you work it out, 25 discs, that's now 10k damage per use of the ability. So that's a massive jump increase. So the hack still stays, but now he does 10k in damage. This bounces to one additional nearby target. The targets hit by these discs are hacked and will attack their enemies with 100% of their damage. So let's again, we've got an EO core on there to try and increase that damage. I've not really tested it works. I think it does work with an EO core more. I'm pretty sure. I'm confident. Bit of a change around. Let's go back to how I had it, just so that because it's the way I was testing it. A beam laser. Not suppose it matters really. I suppose it matters because it'll that'll kill him maybe. Let's not make it hard for ourselves. So let's give him a whirl. So let's drop Cosmos down there. So we're literally going to hit him on the mortar. So here's the first mortar. He stays well back now. That's good as well. It's the first mortar. Second mortar. So you can see they're doing damage to other defenses, but Cosmos is also doing damage to that defense. It's obviously Prime League hard mode. And there we go. So let's hack him there again. Take that out. So you see there though, it's jumping to the first defense, but because there's no defense in proximity, it's just all hitting the one defense. Let's put some acid on there. Oh great, we've got Cosmos and an outpost as well. See there, Cosmos clearing an area. Let's hack Cosmos. do some damage against him. We can see there we've cleared a nice area with Cosmos. Started to do some decent damage. So I'm actually quite happy with it. But as you can see in the first instance, let's have a go again a minute. So looking at the first use. So let's just say we want to take these 2 defenses out. And I put Prowl down. I keep doing that. Let's fast forward a bit. Let's try again without Prowl. Oh, kept doing this in testing today as well. Rolo, the elemental cores are not available. They will be available to buy for a time and will be available later at a later date. So Cosmos down. So let's use Cosmos. So you can see there's a lot of damage, but oh, it's done it this time. First time it fell a bit short. But I thought to myself, how can I get that bit more damage out of Cosmos? And I thought to myself, I know. I wonder. At the time, I had the battle hardened Titan perk on. I thought if I put Essence Drive on, because it boosts regular and ability damage by 6.5%, this will give Cosmos a bit of a boost and be able to take them out. But sadly, I've also found out that that does nothing. It's not actually working. So just keep in mind, guys, that if you're planning on using Essence Drive to give your bots extra damage, extra DPS, and extra ability damage, it's not working right now. So don't bother with it. But as you can see, we did actually get to take them both out just about. So when you're talking about how much damage it does, so because it's Prime League, hard mode, you got 9.5k, 9.5k. It's about 19k damage because obviously the discs take a bit of time to take it out and travel it in the air. I think that's what the ape sort of said. See there, it's doing 607 damage. That's doing 480 to 961. I think that's not doing enough damage. It's doing 480 to 961. Why is it doing 961? Is it 320 per hit? And now you can see it's actually not took it out this time. So a bit of inconsistency in the ability. And Dale sort of asked me my opinion, and I just said, like, you know, it just needs a bit extra. And, you know, I think as a minimum, like, I get it's not going to take cannons out, it's not going to take shock towers out because they're high HP. But I think as a minimum, it should take out mortars, beams, launchers, turrets. It should be able to take 2 of them out for 3 ability points. But can't quite. Tracks and Penlanka support. Wait, Essence Drive doesn't work with the Arc. I don't know if it hasn't always been like that, but I know it doesn't work like that right now. Whether that's changed, whether it's always been the case, I don't know. It was when we tested it on release, but that was a long time ago, and that was in playtest. C. What's the problem now? I was trying to find these. Drift. Dirtbag. Blaster. Where's Cosmos' G1? I'm sure I got them, but good luck trying to find them. I'll tell you what we can do. Let's do it the other way around. Cosmos G1. Oh, great. Crashed. Let's try again. So the beast put now daily saying 400 airbot crystals going to be $40. Why? But we're going to Dino Gate one as well for $9.99. Chaos mode engaged. It's not a Dino Gate bundle if it's not 400 crystals for $10. It's not. Don't call it that because it ain't. G1s, yeah. Okay. There's one. Where's the other one? Sit down here. That's Cosmos Attack. Let's upgrade a bit so I can find it a bit easier. I'm sure the other one was Attack as well, though. Oh, bit too far, that. Bit too far. Oh, no, not that. There we go. That's weird. I'll hit Dale up after the stream and talk to him about it. See what I can do, guys. Cosmos Attack. Where's the Cosmos Defense one? They're both attack. Lovely. Can't find it. I know I have it somewhere, but I ain't gonna spend all night looking for it. Some attack call. One more look at the bottom. If not, we'll look at it on Discord. Is that it? I've got the gold one instead then, at least. No, look at it in Discord. Not Discord, the newsletter. So, taking a look at Cosmos's G1 cores. So, G1 Cosmos Attack. Let me know what you think as well about having two cores. There's a bit of pushback from playtest said that, you know, when you have two abilities, I can understand having two cores, but having two cores for one bot just makes it really difficult because when you're trying to achieve it through cores and, you know, fusing cores together, you get a 4-star dupe, you get a gold G1 for that bot, but you've got two, so you've got to almost find 20 of them rather than just 10. So you're trying to get double the amount, makes it a lot harder to obtain. That's kind of the argument. So G1 Cosmos Attack, become invisible for 6 seconds before using your ability. How does it know when you're using your ability though? Additionally, gain plus 5% lifesteal every 10 seconds. Max stacks 10, which means 50% lifesteal. So I'm not too sure what it means by stacks. I'm a bit lost, I'm honest with this. It's very confusing the way it's been put about. So we'll have a look at that in the game. In terms of G1 Cosmos defense, you've got gain 11% health. So this is the idea for putting it in an outpost. Additionally, if used on defense, well then, yeah, it will be because that's why it's got a G1 defense core, I think. Gain 6% health based off your max health. Well, that's 6% health. Why 6% health based off your max health? So 6% of your max health. Very badly worded. Every 7 seconds. So basically, you're gonna keep getting health back. It's like a rejuve almost then. For the rest of the battle, max stacks 12. I don't understand this max stacks. Does it keep happening then every 7 seconds? So 7 seconds you get 6%, 14 seconds 12%, 21 seconds 18%. Is it going to be almost impossible to kill? I don't know. Like I said, I don't have it on defense, so it's a bit hard to judge. But let's have a look at this Cosmos attack core. So I think the defense core is pretty self-explanatory, and that's why I haven't tested it much. I'm honest with you. In the fact that it just gives him more health, plain and simple, really. The attack core is a bit more attractive, maybe, but invisibility it just increases survivability a bit, so it's the same as anything else. Let's have a look. Oh, I've done it again. So whenever I zoom in, so I use my wheel to zoom in on the PC, and sometimes it drops bots if you click it. I just need to move it away when I zoom in. There we go. Or he's healing. Where's the invisibility? He's just healing. And it's not changing value either, I don't think. What? Oh, Dale must be watching. But regardless, thanks Dale, but regardless, it isn't working right. I just want to make sure I got this right. Oh, because lifesteal. Ah, so the lifesteal makes him gain 5% every 10 seconds. It didn't seem like a lifesteal to me because it was constant. It was constant lifesteal. It's not like every 10 seconds. Or is it every 10 seconds? It refreshes every 10 seconds. For 9.4. But it's not visible either. I don't understand what's going on with this core at all. I'm a bit lost, I'm honest with you. Dale, if you're there, put in the chat and explain it to me. Because I don't understand this at all. But it worries me that I've not really tested this G1 core. I thought it was self-explanatory. The testers really didn't say much about it. So I presume it was working. But so now the lie still kicked in. 10 seconds in. But where's the invisibility? It's getting hit. There's no invisibility. It said before you use your ability, so. Oh, so when using the ability. Oh, so it gives you. Right, it gives you invisibility during the ability. Not after. Right, after you've used it. Right. Did it say before? Yeah. Right, okay, now I understand it. Right, yeah. It says before, Dale, but how does it give... How does it give before? You can't give invisibility before you use the ability because you don't know when you're going to use it. I don't know. I'm not convinced about the G1 cores. I like Cosmos more now. It's got the 10k damage. I think he's actually not too bad. But I'm not sold on the G1 cores. I think you're going to struggle to find a core for Cosmos, really, because the G1s aren't that good, really. Enhanced Ordnance does increase the damage a bit. But, you know, yeah. I like the invisibility. Yeah, I think it just needs rewording. I mean, I'm not trying to balance it, but so for the wording again, becomes invisible for 9.4 seconds before you, whilst using your ability. I would have just made it 20 seconds. I would have just made him invisible during your ability. Job done. Give him 20 seconds. Why not? He can survive. Gain 5% lifesteal every 10 seconds. Yeah, that's self-explanatory. Maximum 10 stacks. Can you explain the stacks as well? I'm not a bit lost with the stacks. You're not going to use the ability 10 times, so it's not stacking. You're not getting more healing out of it. So don't understand what the stack is. Yeah, Dale's just put in the chat. Well, it's before the ability, so it's 9.4 from using it in this case. That's not before, though, is it? That's when you launch it. That's before it. If it was before it, you would get it for 10 seconds, then use his ability. If it was being argumentative, which I am, but yeah. But Dale, can you clean up the Dynagate bundle? Because for me, a Dynagate bundle is 400 for 10. 400 for $10, not 400 for 40. It's not the same value. You know, if you look in the shop at any point, you know, it is 40 crystals for £10. That is the general cost. So look a minute. Dino Gate. So yeah, if you look at the bundles, have a look. Well, 20 quid for 40 crystals, but obviously the mixed ones are more less value. So these are normally double the price. So you can see there, it's 20 for 10. So it's 40 for 10. 40 crystals for a tenner, 10 times the value, 400 for £10. Definitely. Dale Skype Wozza. It's okay. No, we're literally going to end the stream pretty much now, so it's fine. I will leave it for Dale to argue and to sort out with the rest of Cybertron chat. I will let him sort it out, but I think a few people aren't going to be happy with that. If it's advertised as an aerial gate, it's advertised as a Dino Gate bundle because it's coming called aerial gate in the newsletter, literally, which you would indicate gives the same value of 400 for 10. And I don't see the issue with it either, really. I mean, aerial bots. It's not like it's an aerial bot in there where you're like, oh my god, we can't give him that. When you give him Grimlock shards out, why not give Skydive shards out then? Skydive's probably the best aerial bot or Silver Bolt, but they're not OP. I don't see the issue with it, with giving 400 for 10. But it's up to them, innit? I'll leave it to them to decide. But yeah, let's pull some crystals anyway, do some giveaways. That's what we're going to do. So, we're going to pull our... I've got 2 chips. I've got a third one. But what's the fun in pulling all 3? Nope. So we've got 2 prime cores. So only 3 we can get are Solus, Nexus, and Onyx. Stick it in the chat, guys. What we're going to pull first. If you guess right, you get a Sunstreaker Wozza Stash Crystal. Yep, giveaway. Giveaway time. Thanks to Grind Time. Yeah. Stick it in the chat, guys. What am I going to pull first? Solus, Nexus, or Onyx? You get it right, you get a stash. Like I said, as you can probably tell for the stream, I definitely want Onyx. That's the #1 choice. Then I want Nexus. If I pull them 2, I'm going to save the shards. Then try and pull Alpha Trion and not pull Solus. So I don't want Solus. So don't be willing Solus on me. Don't be doing that. Don't be one of them people. Buff Dudley. Jason Rowley. Don't be one of them people. Marius Lambriano's got a point. $50. It's a fair point. Is it worth it? I don't know. Yeah, I forgot about that actually. I have actually written my notes as well and I've missed that. But it's because I've written on my notes and then it was all a mess, my notes. So I laid it all out again and missed the $50 bit. But $50 for a Cosmos, it's a good deal, really. But then you miss out on all the leveling and stuff like that. So it depends if you want to be lazy or not. If you got money to burn and you want to be lazy to get him, then yeah. But think about all the 5-star shards you miss out on. Think about the 4-star shards and the spark and the total spark and total shard crystals. You miss out on all that. But is it worth getting him if you're a real whale? Is it worth buying him $50, then leveling him during the event, and then getting 360 5-star shards? So then, in effect, you're paying $50 for the privilege of leveling him early and getting 360 5-star shards. If that makes sense. You're just sort of changing it, rather than getting him at the end and then maybe buying the 5-star part in the shop for $50 and getting 360 shards for it. Buy it, level him, and with the end prize event, then get the 360 shards. I'd be more inclined to do it that way. If you're gonna spend the 50, spend the 50 and do the event. Zambiano's put, is Cosmos Defense G1 any good with the health? It's still a squishy bot, really. No one's really going to use squishy bot on defense really as much because they're squishy. So you're always going to struggle a bit. But he is quite, quite decent on defense. But I don't, put it this way, I don't think he's going to be another twin twist. I'll go on record, I'll go out on a limb and say, I don't think it's going to be a twin twist where everyone's like, you have to have this person on defense. It would be an option, but I don't know. Okay. Everyone got their guesses in. Cool. No more guesses, guys. Let's pull one. No Mirage Jake, sadly. So do it all on my own. Come on, Onyx. Come on, Onyx. Nexus. That's alright. That's alright. Still really annoyed by that description, just saying the bot. Not even been changed. So let's see who guessed right. Let's have a look. So Matt Pole guessed Nexus. Ao Correa, Vic Ching, and my brother Grind Time all guessed Nexus. So congratulations, guys. Hit me up after the stream and we'll get you a Sunstreaker Wozza Stash Crystal. Cool. Okay. Second guess. Let's go. So if you guess this one right, again, you get a Sunstreaker Wozza Stash Crystal. But if you've got them both guesses right, I'll give you 3. How's that? Does that sound good? Sounds good. So yeah, if you get one right, you'll get a Stash Crystal. If you get them both right, both pulls, I'll give you 3. Tony B reckons Solus for a second guess. El Correa reckons Onyx. Vic Ching reckons Solus. Brother Concrete also got Nexus. Did he get Nexus in the first one? Yes. Hit me up on Discord, but I can't send it through Alliances. I have to give you the code through Discord. So find me on Discord, Sunstreaker Wozza, and I will pass you your code. If you can't find me, I'm sure you'll find someone that knows me, or someone that has me. I'm sure they can pass my details on. And the code's not limited to time, so it takes a few days. Just hit me up. Just if you haven't had a code off me before, just sort of show me a screenshot of your name on you sort of like your YouTube thing, something like that, just so I know you are. I think a lot of people in the stream have had a code at some point, and I've talked to them at some point, so I've got them already. But I know I think you're pretty new to the stream, Brother Concrete, which is brilliant. Good to see you. But just hit me in Discord and just go, hey, it's Brother Concrete. Show me some YouTube thing to prove it's you, and then I can hit you with the code. And then forever and a day, any code you win, I'll just send them straight to you then, because I know who you say you are. Everyone got their guesses in. Jason Wallace put no Ola. So Onyx. If you know, you know. She's still grounded for that. King Grimlock put Solus because you've not got Mirage Shake. I love how I was like, Depends which kid's pulling the crystals. Just Wozza gave me 400 crystals. If only I could. Imagine that. If only I could. That'd be great, wouldn't it? Gifting 400 crystals out. I think Gyro would have... Hyro, sorry. I think Hyro would have a fit if we did. Has everyone got the guesses in for second guess? And then we can give some codes out. Solus or Onyx? Last minute, guys. Then I'm going to shut it off. Was a gate. Was a gate. Was that humming at the beginning of the stream? What the hell was that? Very bizarre. Did it quit? Has anyone actually heard any humming since then? Very weird. No one's put in the chats that they have, so I don't know. Maybe a new microphone is part of my upgrade. Cool. Oh yeah, so I mentioned the in-game thing, didn't he, as well? I'll also have a go at that. The challenge battle. I can do it, I reckon. If anyone can. Okay, no more guesses, guys. Let's have a go. Come on, Onyx. Come on, Onyx. Get in. Get in. Who needs Mirage, Jake? So, who got two? Who got them both right? So, Grind Time put Onyx. Ale Correa put Onyx. Well done. Buff Dudley put Onyx. Well done. Jason Rowley put Onyx. Well done. So who got both then? Who got both? So who got both? I'm trying to look now. I'm trying to get. Who got both? Let me know in the chat out of interest, so I can double check it and make sure you're not lying to me. Obviously, Grind Time did. Obviously. Who else got both of them? I'm trying to look. Trying to look who got Nexus and then. No, Matt Pollard didn't. No. No. Was it just Grind Time? Was it just Grind Time got them both? Oh no, El Correa as well. Yeah, actually, he did. Actually, yeah. Fair point. Yep. Well done. 3 Sunstreaker was a stash crystals coming your way. Don't forget, guys, hit me up on Discord. Easiest way to get the codes out. Cool. Right, let's look at this challenge battle that everyone's going on about. Well, not everyone. Just I'm behind now, but where is it? I don't even do these challenge battles, so I couldn't even say. I can't even tell you where it is. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Play now. Why is it 2? One mine white and one what? Let's have a go. What team have we got? Let's have a look. Oh, what? Oh, wow. Max base. And the tanks are Sludge and RC with Defensor. Jesus Christ. But it is normal mode. So, and it's only ability 10, not 11. Glitch is level 20. How does Glitch get to level 20 when he only goes to level 10? So, that's bizarre. Nexus on RC, World Buster. Well, we don't need Sludge's ability on this, really. We've got no rush bots, so it's not like we need them. We've got Alpha Trion, but then we've got bots that don't really need that increase in ability damage. Attack speed for gunners. So you give us 2 gunners, but then you're giving us attack speed for Alpha Trion. Jesus, this is awful. I suppose I've got slingshot and skids. I can double skids. I've got all thinking, but I'm not going to use Cosmos much, I'm honest with you, because FFD. You got anti-healing code. There's no anti-hack code, I presume, so it's not too bad. So, okay, let's open it up. Gonna struggle a bit now to get through this. MDS. Should have took the MDS out earlier, I think. And the age core is still intact, so yeah, we're gonna really struggle here. And there goes Twin Twist, so yeah, we're dead. How you... Hang on, so you're giving us a challenge battle. Hang on, let me just get this right a minute. Hang on. So you're giving us a challenge battle with some of the best outposts in the game, but you're giving us no counter for Twin Twist other than Defensor. So I can't drop Defensor early. So I have to drop Defensor when I pop Twin Twist. And I'm going to go from this end here as well, because I've got Blaster, aka Soundwave up there, and I've got Red Alert down here, so that's by the by. But I need to take this Liege Core out. I didn't really scout it properly, I'm honest with you. Didn't take it seriously. So let's just take it seriously today. Let's do it properly. Hopefully, we might be able to kill Twin Twist with Defensor, maybe. Yeah, we ain't winning this. We got no counters for Twin Twist at all. You got the MDS that can't be hacked by Cosmos, so that's a bit irrelevant. You've got no ability 11 and Afterbots. Yeah, that's pretty trash. Marathon, do you need the best content to win? No, but you need the right bots at least. You know, you've given us a challenge battle with none of the bots that can actually do it. It is a trash team. It is. The tanks are awful. The bots don't suit the outpost bots. And yeah, what's that level 20 glitch? What's that all about? Level 20 glitch? Have we added levels onto glitch all of a sudden? Just bizarre, really. Just didn't be that I can't beat it, but what if this was any different? What the hell is this? How do you go from that to this? Well, I'm not even bothering with that one. Dale, if you're still watching, next time you do one of these challenge battles, hit me up and I'll tell you what team to put in it. They give us some really OP bots like Skids and then, you know, Sea Spray. But the tanks are awful. Really awful. I gave him a trash team to see if you could win. Okay. Let's play you at your own game then. Let's play you at your own game. Gone the wrong way again, Anna. Just realised. What the thing is, though, it's a challenge battle for Cosmos, and I'm not even using Cosmos. No, that's not going to work either. I've got no one to take out the shield gen, really. I've got no one to counter Twin Twist. I've got no one to take out the MDS, really. You've got to give people the tools to at least do it. Jesus, tonight. This base is terrible. No, it's not. It's not a terrible base. What's terrible is the bots. I'm basically not using these three at all. Basically. But although, Cosmos is pretty good against the turrets, so let's try the turrets. What? Mines. Mines, 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 mines. I've still got no count for twin twists, so I don't think it matters. Oh, and of course you're gonna hack the one bot I didn't want you to. That's bleeding. Ah. Right, I think I can get this now. Well, Twitch just gonna pop now, ain't it? So. Hmm. Venom can beat it is me, maybe not. Right. Let's drop Cosmos back here instead then. And we can hack that.
Thank you for subscribing.
Lost slingshot, which is not ideal. But I think if I can run in there and get my shield off. What the hell is Sludge going? Hmm. Oh, Sea Spray's gonna pop Mind Wipe as well. Hmm. Baffling. Um. Need to approach this differently, I think. I need to keep my bots right. Need to keep the bots right. So let's change it up a bit. Need to drag these bots upwards. And I've failed to do that. I've dragged them sideways. Which is not good. Let's try and do this now, though. You it. Oh, managed to do this. Because he's hacked Sludge, I think. Oh, he's hacking too. He's hacking the healer. He's hacking Minerva. What? What was it Dale said? Hang on. What was it Dale said? What? If Wozza beats it in under 10, which I think that's about 6 or 7, I'll give away a few side passes for next season. That was definitely under 10. Yeah, I definitely needed to open the base up first. I didn't want to pop Mind Wipe. I can do better than that as well. I know I can. But yeah, it is doable. But Jesus, it doesn't help that you can't. You got to think like the first 2 or 3 times you're sort of trying to work out where things are, what things are and what. Okay, fine. I love how it's fine. Next season, let's do it. You do a stream before we launch the new season. When's that? So next week? Next week? I'll have to write that. I'll have to remember that, hopefully. Dale gets a side pass out next week. Back in 2 weeks for another challenge base. You got to do it around the new box though. When they announce the new box and when they're ready, you got to do it then. So it won't be 2 weeks, will it? It'll be like 5 weeks. But I'm all for this. It's been fun trying to beat a challenge base like that. But let's not go too silly, though, Dale. You got to give me some things to work with. I mean, Jesus. But I think that, if anything, that kind of proves how easy the game is at top level. That even that team can take it out. I mean, let's be honest. It was mostly skids, mostly sea spray, and slingshot. Because the rest of them didn't do much. Let's be honest. Sludge did nothing. Sludge might as well not even be there. Alpha Trial might as well not even be there. But yeah. It was fun though. Cool. Well, that's it for this week. Big thanks to everyone for joining. Thanks to even Dale for joining even. But yeah, fun end to the stream. Don't forget, if you've won a Sunstreaker Wozza Stash Crystal, then hit me up on Discord. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to hit like on the stream before you leave. Don't forget subscribe. Big shout out to all my members as always for sort of supporting me and keeping me doing what I'm doing. Thanks to everyone for watching. Peace out, guys.